But anyway, the takeover's here. We ain't going nowhere. You know, we're gonna be here for a long time. And after we beat Josh Saylor, we go to the 147 and face whoever the hell is there too. You know, that's just the way we are. You know, we want the best competition because my son is real. My son ain't no hanging out with Floyd, hanging out with Bernard Hopkins, hanging out with Saab Judah. You know what I'm saying? We don't hang out with no celebrities. We did this by our own, you know, and that's why I know my son is better than all these cats, because they're all fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renee Box Young, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. Hey, definitely subscribers since day one. Recent subscribers, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for your support, tuning into lives, the flash lives, you know, tuning into the premieres such as this. Hit the notification bell so you know when I do these things, all right? So so you can just tune in real time. Tune into the flash lives and the live sessions, you know, et cetera, definitely, man. Constantly pushing content. If you're a new listener, if you love the sport of boxing, this is a place for you. Simple as that. Go ahead and subscribe. It's as simple as that, man. We keep it simple here, definitely. That's what I'm talking about. And let's get right to this, man. I want to talk about this. You know, I've said it several times. You know, I recently pushed some videos concerning Canelo and, you know, just Keith Thurman, and, you know, the list goes on. Check out my channel. And, you know, I've said in those videos, or at least one of them, that, you know, when it comes to me listening to interviews, I catch certain things, and certain things capture my attention. In this case, Teofimo Sr. Had a wealth of things to say in this interview. Which interview? Check the link in the description. I think it's by Fight Hype. Shouts out to Fight Hype, man. You know, for that content, definitely, man. And I got to hear, and we got to hear, you know, the boxing fans out there, the community, we're able to hear what he has to say. You know, at this point, I think it's important, okay? As you know, like I said, check out my content, check out my videos. You know, I really don't speak too much on Teofimo and Teofimo Sr. as of late, just for the fact that there's no activity going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the story with the whole Triller gig. Thankfully, it's boiling down to what's really going to happen now. I mean, you know, it's sad to say it like that, but, you know, after all these months of, you know, Triller back and forth, changing dates several times, you know, it just sucks. You know, it was just a horrible thing, and I really lost interest in Kambosos and Teofimo fight. I just lost interest. I'm not too hyped about it at all anymore. So, but I took in consideration what Teofimo Sr. said, just for the fact that, you know, it's starting to get real now. Now it's starting to get tangible. You know, this whole fight going to, you know, under Eddie Hearn, whether it be on DAZN, whether it be on Matchroom, I really don't care. But the fight's going to be more tangible now. According to what they're saying, around November, the fight's going to happen. But who the heck knows? Because Eddie Hearn also said they have about 90 days to make the fight go down. So it can be between November to January. Who the heck knows? Whatever. But now I'm starting to take into consideration what their team is saying. Now I really am. Because now we're going to start seeing what's going to happen. Out of all the things that Teofimo Sr. said in this interview, man, interesting stuff. You know, I guess you can call me naive. I really don't know. But sometimes I am. You know, I give, why? Because I give, you know, fighters, managers, whatever, you know, teams, the benefit of the doubt sometimes. I did it with Keith Thurman. But as of late, Keith Thurman ain't doing nothing. So, you know, I can whatever with Keith Thurman. Because in my last video on Keith Thurman, who I really don't talk about anyway, because he ain't doing nothing anyway. So, but, you know, I actually believed in him. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, thinking, you know what, I think he's going to come back, and I think he's going to do something nice. You know, go check it out. It's on my channel. Because of the whole, you know, him responding about the whole Tank Davis thing. The whole Tank Davis controversy that Leonard Ellerby started. But anyways, I give people the benefit of the doubt, and in this case, I am giving Teofimo the benefit of the doubt, okay, and his team. The Fakeover or the Takeover? Hey, you decide, man. You decide. And, you know, why'd I put the Fakeover or the Takeover? It's funny. You know, I laugh. I don't take it personal, man. This is just a sport, you know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful sport. It's a beautiful sport. For others, it goes deep. You know what I'm saying? It goes deeper than just the sport. For me, it's just a sport. I love it, you know what I'm saying? I think my channel represents that enough. You know, just check out the introduction to my channel. I mean, that explains it. Proper introduction on what I feel about the sport of boxing. I'm not a man fan. I don't do that man. And I just say this, and everybody knows who's been rocking with me for a minute. Y'all know me. But, this is for the new subscribers, new family that's jumping in. And I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a man fan. I don't do that man fan stuff, okay? I look at it down the line, down the middle, and that's what I do. And I try to avoid overkill. And I think it's important to talk about this because, like I said, I repeat, I'm giving them, Teofimo. Why do I say them? Because Teofimo Sr. is always in the mix. It kind of reminds me of, everybody knows the story with, Danny Garcia and his dad. It seems like they're just inseparable when it comes to, boxing. So one thing that, that can give me an idea to kind of, have bearings regarding what Teofimo is going to do next. Everybody knows he's going to do that Cambo. He has to do that Cambo fight because if I'm not mistaken, it's an IBF mandatory or whatever. And Teofimo Sr. talked about how they're going back to Bob. Everybody knows that, and it's crazy because I can only ponder and wonder how Bob's going to react. I think, Bob Arum, I guess he's a mature guy, but it seems like to me, respect to Bob and his age, definitely, but it seems like he's kind of like, old grumpy guy, man. I've said this before. I've said this months ago, ladies and gentlemen. Months ago, man. I talked about this months ago. In one of my videos I pushed on Bob Arum. Check it out. Like I said, it's on my channel. One of those, you'll see a thumbnail with Bob Arum or something like that. But one of my videos concerning Bob Arum, I talked about how he seems like an old, one of those grumpy guys, man. And lo and behold, everyone just started figuring it out and seeing it, at least, with this whole trilogy, Wilder and Fury. One of the press conferences when he cursed the girl out, that girl, that PBC girl. I'm sorry, man, I'm horrible with names, but whatever, y'all know what I'm talking about. He said F her and F them, and she pretty, he disrespected her big time, and then he. Oh my gosh, it's funny. But, then he was, Mike Coppinger, that, boxing source guy. He was also in another clip or whatever, saying something while Bob Arum was explaining something to media. Mike Coppinger was to the left of Bob Arum. He said, F you, you effing bleeping this. He cussed Mike out and he's like, get him out of here. So, I mean, that stuff's just going to show what I've been saying for months, man. That, I got that, and I don't even know Bob, man, but you can just tell, man. To me, he seems like that's what I'm trying to say here. To me, he seems like, he's one of those grumpy guys. He doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? He's going to tell you how it is, and if he's feeling bad, he's going to really let you have it. He's going to really let you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I saying this? Because I can only wonder, man. I can only wonder how Arum is going to treat Teo and Teo's team. Teofimo Sr. talks about, he's happy to go back to Top Rank. I don't know, man, because, when the whole Triller deal went down, Teofimo started celebrating, which is great, man. That's amazing. But unfortunately, he started, apparently warring with Bob Arum, saying that he has his lawyers and stuff like that. And, I think Teofimo was implying that he was going to buy out of Top Rank, or, they're their own bosses now and blah, 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 right? Hey, shouts out to Teo. But, I'm just saying what went on, you know what I'm saying? Which makes me ponder and wonder what's really going to happen. Because Bob Arum also, you already know, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum also, voiced and expressed that he wants Teofimo and Lomachenko rematch. But when you mix it all together, recently, as of late, Teofimo talked about he doesn't want to rematch Lomachenko. Because if Loma had won, he wouldn't have given Teo a rematch. So that's kind of like his basis there. You know what I'm saying? So Bob Arum, I don't know if he's going to stick to that. And another thing we got to contemplate here that, Bob Arum talks about, he's said it time and time again, that he says that it's the fighters that call the shots. It's the fighters that make their decisions, that Bob Arum is there to only, advise and bring deals to the table and give them the decisions. Lay it down, lay it down the line there. Put the cards on the table and say, you choose this, this will happen. This, I got money for this and blah, blah, blah. And if you choose this opponent, this and that and this and that. But at the end of the day, fighters choose. That's kind of like Bob Arum's perspective. But I'm not so sure of that. I'm really not so sure of that. You know what I'm saying? He's expressed around the same line, around the same, thing concerning Oscar Valdez, and Shakur Stevenson, saying that Oscar Valdez is calling out for Shakur Stevenson, or at least the winner of Shakur and Herring, at least. And Bob Arum saying that they're going to push for or whatever. But my point is Bob Arum is saying that it's the fighters that call the shots. They're the ones who decide. But at the same time, in the same breath, Bob Arum also has stated, you know what I'm saying, that he wants the Teofimo and Lomachenko rematch. So why am I saying this? Because who knows if Bob Arum is going to look for that revenge, you know what I'm saying? You're coming back to house now, you're coming back to Top Rank after your whole purse bid stuff went down the drain, and there are speculations out there, man. And I wouldn't doubt it. I'm not one of those guys that go into that stuff in the rabbit hole, but I'm not to doubt it, because Bob Arum, man, he has connections, ladies and gentlemen. This guy knows what he's doing. He's a veteran, man. He's just one of the best in the boxing business. Whether you like him or not, whether you love him or hate him, it is what it is, man. Bob Arum knows what he's doing. He's not dumb in the boxing game, you know. And there are people saying around there, you know, maybe it was Bob behind the whole thing that caused the whole Triller thing, you know, the whole Triller stuff to go down the drain, down the toilet, you know what I'm saying, down the tubes to the sewer system, you know what I'm saying? But who knows, right? But that's my question. Will Bob look for revenge? If that's the case, man, if that's the case, ladies and gentlemen, then it may be that he's just going to give Teofimo the tough fights, man. That tough competition, you know what I'm saying? And it coincides, as a matter of fact, with what Lopez Sr. is saying. Lopez Sr. is saying that, you know, they want the best out there. They want the top fights, you know, and obviously the debatable thing, he said a lot of things in that interview. Like I said, link in the description, go check it out, okay? He said a lot of things, you know, talking about, you know, the belts, that his son's the best at 135, and I can't debate that. I can't debate that Teo's the best at 135 right now, because he has, you know, most of the belts, man. I say most because I'm one of those to believe. I'm one of those to humbly believe, you know, and I've said it so many times, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to break that down because it's going to be another video, okay? The belts, not all belts are legit, especially the franchise nonsense. I think it's a nonsense belt, man. It's just a belt that was, you know, made out of thin air and has no credibility to it, in my humble opinion, okay? It's not a championship belt. It's far, and I feel the same with all these regular championship belts, with these gold, silver, interims. They're not real championship belts, in my humble opinion. You can debate that all day. I really don't care. That's fine. You can believe, you know, if some are listening here, maybe there are some Teofimo ride or die fans. I mean, there are many man fans out there, whether it be man fans for Teo, man fans for Loma, man fans for Wilder, man fans for Fury, whatever, man fans for Spence, Bud, the list goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. You know, you have a lot of those out there. So if you're one of those to believe, if you're a man fan for Teo and say, no, it really is undisputed, and I believe 100% what, you know, everything that Mauricio Suleiman says, and it's legit what he says, and that's what Teofimo Sr. is riding on, you know, he's basing his argument concerning the WBC franchise champion belt being an actual championship belt, basing himself off of what Mauricio Suleiman said, not necessarily off of what his history says concerning the real WBC championship belt. And I know there's a debate. Haney, no, is an email chant, blah blah blah, but it's not Haney's fault, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? It's not his fault. I mean, I don't want to get into all those details. I don't even want to get to that, okay? But from my perspective, Haney has that real championship belt. That's what I'm trying to say here. But what Teofimo Sr. says, like I said, I agree with that, man. I do. I agree that, you know, Teo, as of now, 135, he's a top. He's a unified champ. Whether you want to call him undisputed, I don't care. Call him what you want. But in my humble opinion, Teofimo is a legit 135 unified champ, man. And I definitely give him the credit, and I have been giving him credit ever since he got them belts, man, from Lomachenko, except the stupid franchise belt. I can care less about that. But hey, my respect to Teofimo, man, and the team. And I've said it time and time again when it comes to Teofimo top. Okay? And my question is this, like Teofimo Sr.'s talking about, you know, he wants the best, he wants to fight the best after they get Kambosos out of the way. I hope they're not overlooking Kambosos. I've said it's time and time again when it comes to underdogs, ladies and gentlemen. You never know. But I personally got Teofimo knocking Kambosos out of here. You know, I just don't even think that's really... Of course, there's going to be a competition to a certain degree, but I got Teofimo winning pretty well. You know what I'm saying? But after that, what's the question? You know, Teofimo Sr. is talking about they want to move up to 140 and fight Josh Taylor for that undisputed bout. Now, you know, there are people out there that say Taylor will school Teo, but I'm not so sure of that, ladies and gentlemen. Teofimo, he's growing, man. I talked about this recently on my last live, you know what I'm saying? And I said that, you know, Haney's growing. These kids are growing, ladies and gentlemen. These young men are growing. I feel that Teofimo, man, if he goes up to 140, I don't know if they're going to go directly to Josh Taylor. If they do, ladies and gentlemen, wow. That's nice. That's nice. That's why I question this. The Fakeover or the Takeover. I know a lot of people out there are upset, you know, concerning Teofimo and him, you know, you know, jumping around, running around with that duck thing, Daffy Duck, Donald Duck, whatever the heck he was doing, you know, in Disneyland, and just, you know, you know, toying with the community, toying with fighters out there, whatever, you know, him dancing around and, you know, getting kind of big-headed and elated because of his win over Lomachenko. I get it. Now he's untouchable. Now he's the best, the best, the best, the best. I don't think so just yet. I got to make it clear and I got to reiterate. 135, yeah, I think he's up there, man. He's top. He's top. I got nothing to debate that, you know what I'm saying? But to be undisputed, you got to go get that WBC belt. That's just my humble opinion, okay? And if he were to go, though, and I know there's a lot of community upset because of this whole postponing of Triller and him and Kambosos, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm actually, to a certain degree, giving these guys, well, Teofimo, okay, Jr., okay, the benefit of the doubt. I like to a certain degree, man, I like what Teofimo Sr. said. I don't agree with everything he said there in that interview, but there are some things where he sounds quite sincere. You know, he sounds quite sincere. And you got to respect that, man. You got to respect that Teofimo and what he said concerning that. You know, he's not rocking with the stars. He's not with celebrities. He's not living that kind of life. You got to watch out for that, ladies and gentlemen. Fighters who are clean, fighters who are focused. I don't know if Teofimo is too focused right now, but seems like he is at least. So I'm leaving the benefit of the doubt that, you know, maybe he's going to continue doing this whole takeover thing. You know, maybe, you know, after Kambosos. And, you know, like I said, man, I mean, you know, it's been said out there also, which I agree with to a certain degree, okay? Haney can possibly move up to 140 eventually, sooner or later, and Teofimo and Haney can meet up at 140. You know, while other 135s, they move up in the rankings there. Who knows? But, you know, I'm giving these guys the benefit of the doubt. And like I said, I say plural because it seems like I say benefit these guys the benefit of the doubt because it seems like Teofimo Sr. is Teofimo Jr.'s mouthpiece, man. You know. But at the same time, you got to look at it at all angles. What's Bob going to do? Where does Bob want to direct? Where does Bob Arum want to direct Teofimo Jr.'s career? How many more fights? From what I understand and last heard, it was like 3 more years or something like that under Top Rank. You know, that's quite a bit, man. And y'all, you can't negate, ladies and gentlemen, that Bob Arum sometimes he puts up really competitive matchups. Just look at Shakur Herring, you know what I'm saying? Burchelt, Valdez. You know, I mean, there has been a nice, legitimate amount of competitive fights under Top Rank. They just made Bud Crawford and Porter. You know, I know it's cross promotional, whatever, but you know what I'm trying to say here. So, I mean, how much of a say does Bob really have in all this? You know, is he gonna really push for that Loma and Teofimo rematch? Because we don't know. We don't know. You know, we don't know. For all we know, I mean, Teofimo Sr. saying they want undisputed. You know, at 140, that bout with Taylor. And from what I understand, Taylor, he has to take care of one of his mandatories against whatever the dude's name is, all due respect, you know, Josh Taylor's potential opponent. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, we just don't know, man. It's all up in the air because Josh Taylor, you know, what's going on, you know, I don't base myself off of Twitter wars. I mean, Pro Grace, he is just begging for a rematch with Taylor. He's begging for a rematch with Taylor. Who knows if that can happen? I mean, you got Bud in the mix also. After Bud and Porter, whoever the heck wins, I mean, who knows if Bud will go straight to Taylor because they got Taylor in his mouth. Bud has Taylor in his mouth quite a bit. You know, Bob Arum also has expressed it, that he wants Bud and Taylor. So, who knows, man? Who really knows? But we got to respect this, ladies and gentlemen. If Teo moves up to 140 after Cambo and goes for Josh Taylor, we got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely am going to respect it, and I will respect it, man. I'll definitely express my respect and, you know, applaud Teo for that. But who really knows, man? Is it the takeover or is it the fake over? Man, and Teofimo Sr., man, he was taking shots, man, at Tank, saying at 140, you know, you're fighting Barrios. Are you kidding? You know, it's a trip, man. So, you know, and he's saying, I mean, according to Teofimo Sr., saying that nobody's calling out Teo. I beg to differ on that one. I think it's been very clear Haney's been calling out all these guys, man. You know what I'm saying? He said that no one called out Lomachenko. Haney's been calling out Lomachenko, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, there are some things, like I said, there are some things I really don't agree with concerning, you know, what Teofimo Sr. said in this interview. But I'm taking the benefit of the doubt here. I am, with a grain of salt. You know, I'm just like, okay, But we'll see. I think it sucks. Like I said, I reiterate, this whole wait, it's just been way too long, man. Teo's been out the ring way too long, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be nice to see how he performs against Kambosos, whenever the heck that fight's going to be. But I really don't, I'm not anticipating it because it's been way too many games there. Way too many games on all these changes and dates. But we'll see. The key is being active. I mean, is it going to take another 8-month break after fighting Kambosos, or is Bob going to make him, strong arm Teo and say, you know what, next fight 4 months, let's go. I want you against this guy. I want you against that guy. Who knows, man. So the reason why I make this video is for that, man. I'm taking the benefit of the doubt. I'm considering what Teofimo Sr. is saying. He seems quite serious in this interview, man. He does. It doesn't, you see, that's the thing. That's why I'm making this video, man. I don't waste my time off of, making videos off of people who say whatever the heck they say when they're acting weird. Teofimo Sr., he seems quite serious in this video, man. He seems quite serious in this interview, man. No, it's not that Teofimo Sr. that talked about, yeah, we got J-Lo, 2 million pay-per-view sales, my kid's a star, and this and that, I'm saying? It's not that Teofimo Sr. in this interview, ladies and gentlemen. They learned. We live and we learn, I'm saying? I think they learned a lot from this whole Triller chaos. Reality smacks us all in the face. I say us because I include myself. Reality smacks everybody in the face. And I feel that, Teofimo and his team, they felt it. You can just see, ladies and gentlemen, for crying out loud. Teofimo Jr., all of a sudden, he's getting real, which is cool. He's getting spiritual. That's awesome. That's awesome. But he's changing his talk now. And he's been showing, to a certain degree, things he's been going through his tweets. He tweets all the time about, the hard times. Hard times don't last. And, we'll get through this. And, keep the faith and this and that. He's going through some tough times, ladies and gentlemen. This Triller stuff smacked them in the face, man. Just like reality smacks us all in the face, and you can just see it, what I'm saying? And like I've said it time and time again, ladies and gentlemen, when you're a celebrity or when you're a known athlete, to a certain degree, Teofimo's known, you're in the under the magnifying glass, whether they act like this or whether they act like that, whether they go through this or whether they go through that. And Teofimo's been going through some stuff, man. We've been seeing them. And why am I saying all this? Because Teofimo Sr. in this interview, it looks like he's quite serious now. It's not that other Teofimo Sr. that we saw when they were in the, the peak of the mountain with this whole Triller deal, saying that they're going to sell everything. They're going to sell the 2 million pay-per-view buys. And they got J-Lo and they got the best of the best out here. We're A-side and we're the best out. I mean, he did say in the interview, but you know what I'm saying. Seems like a more serious Teofimo Sr. Looks like a more serious Teofimo Sr. And in the same interview, he's facing reality. He said, you know what, we're going back to Bob. So we'll see, man. Only time will tell if this is the Fakeover or the Takeover. I tend to believe it's the Takeover. And I got to respect this to close it. What Teofimo Sr. said, it's true, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget that, okay? It's true what he said, man. 16 fights in, unified champ, beat Loma. I mean, hey. You got to respect that, man. And in that same interview, he talked about, man, all these other fighters, when they had 16 fights in, they were fighting in Mexico. Hey, show some respect, Teo. Come on now. Show some respect to Mexico. But no, I understand what he's saying. And Teofimo making it to 16 fights, I mean, and he said they're here to stay for a long time. So we'll see, man. I really do hope that, Teofimo, his team, they bring out the best in him. Because it's true what he said, ladies and gentlemen. Facing the best competition, you're going to get better. And you're not going to get better fighting these, average fighters out there. He has a point, man. He has a point. And I personally believe, man, Teofimo Jr., and I've given him credit so many times, that, Loma, Comey, even Nakatani, those were tough fights, man. Those were competitive fighters. Those are competitive fighters, man. Why? Because there's so much debate when he fought Nakatani that debatably Nakatani won. That was a competitive fight. Comey, he's a game fighter, man. He's a game fighter. Even though Teofimo took him out quick, but Comey's a game fighter, ladies and gentlemen. And then Loma, hey, I gotta respect that. But of course, I wish, just as many wish out there, I wish he had fought Haney. But time will tell. He probably will in the future. But if he goes up to 140 and fights Taylor for undisputed, wow, man. We'll see. I hope he's more active too. I hope he doesn't take another break and stuff like that. So what do you guys think? Is it the Fakeover or the Takeover? Listen to this interview. That's exactly why I did this video, man. Go to that link after this video, man. Go to that link and check out what Teofimo Sr. says. Seems more serious, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. It doesn't seem like he's really showboating, you know? But we'll see, man. We'll see. What's your perspective on it? Thank you so much, man. Renee Box Young, thanks so much for tuning in, liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support. Renee Box Young is simply a platform where we discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing. Hey, in a level-headed, mature, coherent fashion. That's what we do. No child's play here, man. Go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when I do my premieres, you know when I do my flash lives, and my scheduled live sessions, definitely, man. We're doing new things here at Renee Box Young. That's what I'm talking about. Renee Box Young, stay safe. Peace out. Comment in the comment section, please. Stay safe, fam.
But anyway, the takeover's here. We ain't going nowhere. You know, we're gonna be here for a long time. And after we beat Josh Saylor, we go to the 147 and face whoever the hell is there too. You know, that's just the way we are. You know, we want the best competition because my son is real. My son ain't no hanging out with Floyd, hanging out with Bernard Hopkins, hanging out with Saab Judah. You know what I'm saying? We don't hang out with no celebrities. We did this by our own, you know, and that's why I know my son is better than all these cats because they're all fake.
Knock you out.